All right, guys. Good evening. It is now 9:30, about 2 hours post Aussie GDP, and I just want to make a quick follow-up video. And so you can see the news did come out positive. They were expecting again 0.7% versus a previous reading from the quarter before that at negative 0.5%. We got 1.1%, so that's actually about 50% better than actually more like 50-60% better than what was expected. Doesn't look like a big difference, but that's a pretty positive number, and the market reacted. And so basically, as I mentioned, on the video that I made a few hours ago, this did look like a correction on the Aussie Swiss, and it does look now it is pushing higher. So I did get in. I had a buy stop on that just before the news came out. I got filled. And Euro Aussie to the downside. Again, I had a sell stop here on this one. And Aussie Kiwi is moving pretty nice because the Kiwi is a little weak. And you can see this is moving nice. And again, I think this is a wave 5 of this uptrend, so I expect it to go at least back to this high, maybe slightly higher. And so that's where we're at. And you can see my fills here on these. So there's the Aussie Swiss. There's Aussie Kiwi. And there's Euro Aussie. So I got a couple of decent trades going. I'll probably hold these through the night. I do think that Aussie Kiwi's upside is a little limited, but I do think it'll at least go into tomorrow because I think that is a wave 5. Let's see. So on Aussie Kiwi, again, I'm looking at this as a wave 5, so I do have a take profit set, at this red line here. Just in case it happens overnight or into the early London session, and I'm not aware of it. I do think that's about where it'll end, around these highs, which would also, like I said, would be up around these other highs as you go back to the left here. Normally I don't set a take profit like that, but when it appears to be a wave 5 and it's pretty obvious, I can't be watching it, I will certainly do that. So anyways, guys, just that's a quick follow-up. These did follow through, and hopefully you got in on the right side if you did get in, and you make some pips. All right, so next up, like I said, is Canadian dollar for tomorrow morning at 8:30, I believe. No, 10 a.m. 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. We have Bank of Canada rate statement and the overnight rate. And this was posted on Forex Live earlier today, and a few hours ago. Preview what to look for in Wednesday's Bank of Canada decision, and this is a pretty interesting article. And it basically says to read the last paragraph is in the statement is really going to be the key thing. It does say in here that overall expectations are low for any kind of market move at this meeting. That's especially true because there will be no NPR or press conference afterwards. One area that could spark some trading is the CAD commentary. So it's probably going to come down to the statement. They're not expected to change the rate. So it's going to come down to whether, again, which is usually the case when they're not expecting a rate change, it all is going to be dependent on what's said in the statement. If the statement strikes more of a bearish or dovish tone based on what's expected, then we'll have movement. Otherwise, it won't do anything. Let me see here. What the market will be looking for is a change from the current neutral language. The key paragraph is always at the end. And if you read this one at the end, this was from the last time. They basically said, they thought monetary policy was fine, didn't really need to be changed. Which was, of course, was neutral. But then there was a press conference at the last one And so the press conference, Governor Paulos was more bearish, and so that sent the Canadian dollar down. So, there's apparently not going to be a press conference this time. So it's all going to depend on what the statement says. If the statement has strikes anything other than a neutral tone, then we will have, we'll have some motion. If not, then it might not do anything. So I'm going to take a look at those pairs tonight, and we'll see how it goes. And if I have time, I'll try to post another video if I see anything worth reporting on. So anyways, guys, that's it for now. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.